Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna जय गौरानिताय 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 जय जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य बीबीडी फाउंडर आचार्य सेवियर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड शिल प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर शिल प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की मथुरापुरी धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की गंगा मैया की यमुना मैया की भक्ति देवी की श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र की श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र मैया की श्री श्री गौर निताय की ग्रंथराज श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की श्री कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shanyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine ओमज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा welcome to our continuation on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi-lila first chapter the spiritual masters we discussed up to 59th verse in that purport Prabhupada said the potent words of such realized souls penetrate the heart thereby eradicating all misgivings accumulated through years of undesirable association so for all our anarthas what we need is Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, serving great souls by hearing them. Their potent words will penetrate our heart and remove all the misgivings in the heart. Next, 68. Satam prasangan mama virya samvido भवन्तिरुत्कर्णरसायनः कतः तज्जोषणादाशु अपवर्गवर्त्मनि श्रद्धारतिर्भक्तिरनुक्रमिष्यति. The spiritually powerful message of Godhead can be properly discussed only in a society of devotees, and it is greatly pleasing to hear in that association. If one hears from devotees, the way of transcendental experience quickly opens, and gradually one attains firm faith that in due course develops into attraction and devotion. Hearing in the association of devotees is very powerful. Tatam prasangan mama virya samvido. One becomes very much invigorated with spiritual energy. Mahatmanastamam partha daivim prakrutim ashritaha. Because the great souls have taken shelter of the internal potency of the Lord, Srimati Radharani. So wherever Krishna Katha goes on, Srimati Radharani is present and she nourishes the devotees. Because talks about Krishna are going on, she nourishes the devotees. Prabhupada in the and then one advances from Shraddha to all that sadhu sang, bhajan kriya, anata nivrutti, nishtha, ruchi, asakti, bhav, prem. He's telling in short, Shraddha, ratir, bhaktir, anukramishati. In the purport, Prabhupada says, as one advances in devotional activities, the process becomes progressively clearer and more encouraging. In the beginning, it's very difficult, a lot of hardships, especially till anartha nivrutti stage, because it's like climbing the hill, very difficult. But afterwards, nishtha onwards, it's very smooth, quite easy. Not that dangers are not there, but not much, not much trouble. So one has to persist through all these four stages particularly. That's why one needs association of devotees. Most of the devotees give up. They become slack, they become disheartened. Oh, process doesn't work. I have chanted so many years. Mm. And not only me, my friend also says the same. Other friend also says the same. So they have all Kanishta association, and all Kanishtas are having troubles, and they decide among themselves, process doesn't work. So let us go outside and have some party. BJP, Janta Party, Sadhaka, frustrated Sadhaka Party, FSP, IFSP, ISKCON Frustrated Sadhak Party. So they go out and discuss among themselves how to enjoy life now. Whatever years of, so now let us compensate. So one should not foolishly go to Maya's party, join hands with her, and propagate her message. One should propagate always Krishna's message. For that, one has to be in touch with spiritual authorities, spiritual nourished people. 61st. ईश्वर स्वरूप भक्त तार अधिष्ठान भक्तेर हृदय कृष्णेर सतत विश्राम. Very nice verse. A pure devotee constantly engaged in the loving service of the Lord is identical with the Lord, who is always seated in his heart. तुम्हार हृदय सदा गोविंद विश्राम गोविंद को है मोर वैष्णव प्राण वैष्णव पराण not praman paran. Vaishnava is my life, prana. That's what Krishna says. Because Krishna is always situated in the heart of a pure devotee. Similar words. Bhaktera Rudhaya Krishnera Satata Vishram. Tomara Rudhaya Sada Govinda Vishram. Same thing. There who is saying? Narottam Das Thakur Mahasaya. And here Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. Who wrote first? He wrote first. Because he is there immediately after. He's got direction by Nityananda Prabhu, whereas Narottam Das Thakur is next generation. He was trained by Jiva Goswami. So similar message. Same thing ahead also. Bhagavatam. Sadhavo hridayam maiham sadhunam hridayam tu aham madanyate na jananti naham tebhyo managapi. Lord Narayan says to Durvasa Muni in ninth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th chapter, 68th verse. Saints are my heart and only I am their hearts. They do not know anyone but me, and therefore I do not recognize anyone besides them as mine. Such intimate relationship between Lord and his devotees, pure devotees. So we should always be in touch with pure devotees. Anytime Maya overpowers us, we go away from pure devotees and she attacks us like anything. So one should never give up the firm shelter of the lotus feet of the pure devotee spiritual master. In the second paragraph, Prabhupada writes, the Lord, being full and free from problems, can wholeheartedly care for his devotees. His concern is how to elevate and protect all those who have taken shelter at his feet. The same responsibility is also entrusted to the spiritual master. The bona fide spiritual master's concern is how the devotees who have surrendered to him as a representative of the Lord may make progress in devotional service. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is always mindful of the devotees who fully engage in cultivating knowledge of him, having taken shelter at his lotus feet. So, Lord is always thinking. Mindful means what? ध्यान करना है ना. They have na that in metro they have mind the gap. What they say? Huh? Mind the gap between the platform and the train. There is some gap there, and it's very dangerous there, especially in metro, because below some 800-volt current is there. Very deadly. People go to commit suicide also. You know, na? I mean, you should not know. Anyway, you can know because you won't go there. If at all you go, you'll go to distribute book to that diving fellow, like that. So when I think in Bangalore or in Hyderabad, when the metro was the tracks were put, and before it could begin, or in early stages only, many youngsters were going and jumping there, and sure shot death because the voltage is very high. And anyway, even otherwise, even if voltage is not very high, if the leg gets stuck there, then it's dangerous. So mind means थोड़ा ध्यान दीजिए. जो गैप है उसके ऊपर थोड़ा ध्यान दीजिए, ऐसे ही पाँव मत रखिए उधर. So Lord is always mindful of the devotees who fully engage in cultivating knowledge of him. Dhyayato ध्यायन्ते वैष्णवा शश्वत गोविंद पद पंकजम ध्यायते तांश्च गोविंद शश्वत तेषां च सन्निधो. In Brahma Vaivata Puran, here it is saying, ध्यायन्ते वैष्णवा शश्वत. The Vaishnavas are always ध्यान करते हैं. ध्यायन्ते वैष्णवा शश्वत गोविंद पद पंकजम, the lotus feet of Lord Govinda. ध्यायते तांश्च गोविंद. In reciprocation, what is Lord Govinda doing? ध्यायते तांश्च गोविंद. He is doing their meditation. He is meditating on them. But one extra characteristic of Krishna is Shashvat Tesham Cha Sannidho, by being next to the devotee. Now, when devotee is meditating on the Lord, he is not next to the Lord in one sense. But Lord is all potent. He is omnipresent. He can be present in. He is present in all places. So he not only remembers his devotee, but he is present. He is present next to the devotee also. So that is special. सुदर्शनम संनियोज्य भक्तानाम रक्षणाय च तथापि नहीं निश्चिंतो अवतिष्ठेत भक्त सन्निधो. Lord has appointed Lord Sudarshan Chakra for the protection of his devotees. Tathapi nahi nischinto. Still Lord is not carefree. Because he knows somebody like Haridas Thakur will tell Sudarshan Chakra, hey, no. These people are not at fault. They are not my enemies. And they are innocent people. King told them to beat me, so they are beating me. So don't beat them. They are not my enemies. Don't kill them. So Sudarshan can only be rotating but cannot act for the protection of the devotees. Because the devotee himself can checkmate or help make Sudarshan helpless. So that's why Sudarshanam Sanyojya Bhaktanam Rakshanaya cha Tathapi Nahi Nishinto. Still Lord is not carefree. Avatishteta Bhakta Sannito. He resides next to the devotee. In case Sudarshan fails, Sudarshan can never fail, but devotee can make Sudarshan fail because of his humility, simplicity. So I will personally protect my devotee. And as we know, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu invisibly appeared, covered over the body of Haridas Thakur, took all the beatings on his back and protected Haridas Thakur. So very intimate relationship is there between Lord and his pure devotees. Because we have not experienced it, that's why our mind goes here and there in all directions, or trying to enjoy the sense objects and thinking at best social relationship. That's why so many jivas are crazy. More the materialistic people, more they are on Facebook, social media, and WhatsApp groups, isn't it? So many college pass outs, alumni, the same batch, 25 years back, 30 years back, they passed out. And why they are having? Basically, this shows they don't have relationship with Krishna. So that's why they want to have some relationship, because Jiva is pleasure seeking. So, and family is there, wife is there, but it is not always some problem or the other in every relationship. So all varieties of relationship should be formed. Okay, in case my wife is not so good, so my college pass out friends, they are there. Sometimes they are also far up. Then my colleagues in the company, that's it. And that also is not there. So my caste group, the same society from village, so that another group. Now outside world, so many groups are there, WhatsApp groups, and messages come. My brother was telling me that every day he gets around 800 messages, the WhatsApp messages, and some 600 he just does not see only. 200. I don't know how he sees 200 or something. I was shocked when I heard it. Afterwards, I thought of asking him. I did not ask him. That is, are you really? But it seemed like, because so many groups are formed, they keep sending this, that, something. Even I had called one of my, because my 12th certificate was missing, and for passport I wanted. So I had called somehow after 25, 30 years. I found out one friend's number from that LinkedIn or something is there, no? Somewhere I got it, because he's a cardiologist in Kolhapur, a big person. He's a big cardiologist now. So then, and I asked him, can you tell your number, 12th exam number? So I will guess my exam number, and on what you call that, DigiLocker, you can put. That's how I found out my 10th number, 10th mark sheet. I asked my friend in front of me, who was sitting in class, what you call, exam before me. So I asked his number, and then I manipulated. I tried, maybe this was my number next to him, maybe next to that. And my numbers, I knew how many marks I got in 10th standard. So and then at one point of time it matched, and I got my certificate. So I thought for 12th standard also I'll do the same. So I asked him, what was your number? But he said, no, why are you asking? And you are there, where are you? I said, I'm in Pune, I'm a monk now. I have dedicated my life. God knows what all he understood, because he's after money, cardiologist, very busy, not easy to get him. So then ultimately, he said, why don't you join our WhatsApp group? We have WhatsApp group of 12th hostel, we are hostelites. So our group is there. I said, oh, acha, that group is there. But I said, I don't have WhatsApp. Those days I did not have. I said, I'm not on WhatsApp. So, sorry. But you can tell me your number, that exam number of 12th standard. That he said, I don't know where the certificates are. So then ultimately I had to go to my Garware college only, where I studied 12th standard. So then I had to fill a form and got it. Somehow it was there in the go down. So we gave prasad to that person who found out from the go down. Because how many years? 95, 95 till 22, almost 27 years later. That was there. It was not a it is certificate. It is not mark sheet. Mark sheet I must have got, but certificate I had not got. Nothing was existing with me. Neither mark sheet, not certificate. Certificate was anyway lying for 27 years in that go down of Garware College, which I got it like that. Anyway, so because of not having proper relationship with the Lord, Jivas form so many other relationships. So if only we can strike, whole point I told all these things is, if we have relationship with with pure devotees, if we are hearing from them and acting as per their instruction, then you don't want to be here. Like as I said, I'm not connected to my any of my friends, 10th standard, 12th standard, engineering, not even one person. Like one Ramnitai Prabhu was senior in Garware College also, hostel. When I was in 11th standard, he was in 12th standard. When I was in 12th standard, he had entered in Bharati Vidyapit Engineering. So then he went in second year chemical engineering. Then I entered in Bharati Vidyapit as electrical engineering first year student. So again, he was not in hostel, but again we became devotees, and then again we were somewhat connected. So, so it was. He's the only one I know from that group of 11th standard and all that. But he was my senior. So if only we strike relation, and all of us need to be relation. The biggest problem in the world today is relationships, not AIDS and heart attacks. Relationships. So many divorce rates and so many problems in the world. People are not able to gel with each other. That's why this sex change also, transgender, because they don't have a relationship only with each other, and so many problems. So if only we can understand a successful formula for success is to have relationship with Krishna through his pure devotee. Then we all our relationships will be very high class with anybody we come across. Quick. Especially in book distribution, you make very quick friendship. The person finds in you a good friend. That's why he purchases book. Oh, this person is very nice. So the book also must be very nice. He doesn't go through the book. He only sees the क्या उसको क्या समझने वाला है, लेकिन ये कौन है, कोई तो है, बोले क्या कर रहे हो तुम लाइफ में, कौन हो तुम, और ये कौन है, हाथ ऊपर क्यों कर रहे हैं पता नहीं. So what he will understand? He cannot understand. Nor can he understand what the text is because he doesn't go through the text. But by seeing a devotee, he feels this आदमी, ये आदमी बहुत enthusiastic है. So I think, and he finds the book distributor is able to strike relationship in less than a minute or so. He strikes very good relationship because the book distributor, is connecting that lost jiva with his supreme relationship with his eternal father, loving father. That is what he has brought. He is a lost child of Krishna, and the book distributor has brought Krishna for him. So that's why book distributor becomes the quickest and fastest and the best friend for anybody in the creation. And people feel very nice. So we should be able to strike relationship with anyone and everyone in less than a minute. How many of you seen you strike relationship? You have to do a lot of book distribution. That's why I go out in wherever I go, immediately I show books here, there, immediately cut. All are friends then, immediately. In the train, here, there. So when I'm going back, then say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Otherwise, I will smile at him. Because we go like this for book distribution. So when coming back to our seat, so then they again see, Arey, he is the one who distributed. So they look at us, so I smile, they smile. Friendship is struck. Like that. Sometimes we may take their number. One person took my number, and Pappu Patel from Gujarat, but he's settled in what is that place? Gorakhpur, or he's working somewhere. He goes to Gorakhpur also. So then I distributed one book in the plane to him when I was going for where was I going? Nepal Yatra, I think. So Gorakhpur flight was there. So then I distributed, and then he said, प्रभु जी, उसको सर थोड़ा इस्कॉन का कुछ पता है, मुझे में थोड़ा भगवता भी चाहिए. So then because I had his number, he had sent me WhatsApp. Then I kept in touch, and then I distributed 18 Bhagavatas to him because Raghav Kripa Prabhu had given to one of the NIT Warangal pass outs, Alok, who is in Patna. He had given him several, what do you call, that carton filled books. पास आउट ना, जब प्रभु अभी मैराथन आ रहा है, एक बॉक्स बांटो आप. तो हाँ, यस प्रभु, वो उनके सीनियर है ना. वो भी 16 राउंडर है इधर आलोक. तो फिर ठीक है, तो बक्से पड़े थे ऐसे ही. मैराथन में एक राघव ग्रोवर उनको प्रेम से, इतना प्रेम, फोर्सफुल प्रेम तो दे के रखा है उनके पास, और वो इतना बांट नहीं पा रहे. तो व्हेन आई कॉन्टैक्टेड आलोक, डू यू हैव सम भगवत, ऐसे यार प्रभु पूरा भरा हुआ है, राघव ग्रोवर दिया एज इट इज है वो. अरे ठीक है, जो उसमें से वो पप्पू पटेल को दे दो. So 18 Bhagavatas he sent to his home. So it was very good. So we should be giving Krishna to others. How much you give Krishna to others, that depends on how much you have. But more you try to give, the more you will get Krishna also. Either way. But we should get Krishna from pure devotees and distribute to others. Then we get more Krishna. Krishna fills our heart more and more. Just like water from the well in one sense, material example. When you draw, then again it gets filled up because that what do you call, the source of water is there below. Material example, sometimes that source of water may not be able to provide more water, but spiritual life it is not never like that. Krishna is always able to give ecstasy in our heart. So we all need ecstasy, we all need relationship. Otherwise we feel life is very dry and dreary void. क्या है लाइफ में, कुछ नहीं. तो थोड़ा फिर देन हम बहक जाते हैं, फिर थोड़ा मशीन लेके इधर उधर सर्फिंग, एंड देन go to wrong side and then suffering, all crazy thing. So we should not waste our life by missing this relationship with pure devotee. That's why this first chapter is spiritual masters. Bhavadvida bhagavatas तीर्थभूता स्वयं विभो तीर्थि कुर्वन्ति तीर्थानि swantastena gada bhruta. This when Vidurji had gone for pilgrimage, because he was insulted by Duryodhan and was not supported by Dhritarashtra. He thought this is opportunity, nice opportunity to for me to go to pilgrimage. When he returned, because he wanted to deliver Dhritarashtra, whose all 100 sons were killed mercilessly by Bhima in the battle of Kurukshetra. Now this fellow who was attached to so many children, especially Duryodhan. Now because the so that object of attachment is destroyed, no more. Now this fellow may listen to spiritual message. So Vidurji came back. Though he was insulted in that place, he came back. That is a sign of a great soul. Even he was insulted in some place, he'll go there for preaching the message of Krishna. So when he arrived, Yudhishthira Maharaj received his uncle Vidurji very nicely and says this verse, Bhavad Vida Bhagavatas, great devotees Bhagavatas, Bhavad Vida, like yourself, Tirtha Bhuta Swayam Vibho, you are holy place personified yourself. So holy place has come. Just imagine Mayapur comes, his door opens and Sridham Mayapur enters inside. What will we do? Immediately we will pay prostrated obeisances. We will roll here on the ground because now whole yoga becomes Shridham Mayapur. Yeah, then we'll sing some song. कबे नवद्वीपे सुरधुनि तटे गौर नित्यानंद बोली निष्कपटे नाचिया गाइया बेड़ाई बछूटे बातुलेर प्राय छड़िया विचार कबे हमें बोलो से दीन मार और नदिया गोद्रु में नित्यानंद महाजान because Nadia only has come. Chaitanya Mayapur has entered here. So, your holy place personified, Vidurji. Tirti Kurvanti Tirthani. In fact, you make holy places holy. One thing is your holy place, Tirtha Kshetra, but you make other so-called Tirtha Kshetras. Like Vidurji goes to Jagannath Puri and he makes pure Jagannath Puri. Otherwise, what happens to Jagannath Puri? It's a contaminated Jagannath Puri. Because people go and dump their sins in the holy rivers by taking bath. Sinful people go there. So holy places become very contaminated. But when saintly people go there and take bath in the same rivers which are contaminated, they get purified. Tirti Kuruvanti Tirthani Swantastena Gadabruta, because in your heart, the Supreme Personality of Godhead always resides. Prabhupada in the purport says, by their association, sinful persons are freed from sinful reactions, and therefore, wherever a pure devotee goes is a sacred place of pilgrimage. The importance of the holy places is due to the presence there of such pure devotees. If they are not there, the holy places are very sinful. They are holy in the name only. They are very sinful. All the people dump their sins. That's why Ganges was not ready to come down. Oh, all the people, sinful people will take bath in my water and make me very contaminated. So then Lord said, don't worry. My pure devotees will come. Mantra Upasak. Those who worship me through chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Several of such mantra upasaks will come and bathe in your body and purify you. So you will get freed from all the sinful reaction. So you come. So Ganges said, okay. Then I'll come down. तो जहार निकट गेले पाप दूरे जाए यमोनो दयाल प्रभु केबा को था पाए. By going close to a pure devotee, all our sinful sins go away, far away. That's what he's saying. Sinful persons are freed from sinful reactions, and therefore wherever a pure devotee goes is a sacred place of pilgrimage. सही भक्तगण हय द्विविध प्रकार पारिषद गण एक साधक गण आर. Such pure devotees are of two types: personal associates, parshads, and neophyte devotees, sadhakas. So which category we are in? Sadhakas. So we should know. So Nitya Siddha Parshads of the Lord may not be there so many around us, but so many sadhakas are also there who have purified themselves. They are pure devotees. In the ultimate issue sense, does not matter. Like whether a rich person, billionaire, trillionaire, he was rich from his previous generations or he worked very hard and by God's grace he earned a lot of money and became a trillionaire. That doesn't matter. Like Dhirubhai Ambani says. So nobody says, "Oh, hey, ये बहुत भिखारी था पहले, चाय बेचता था या जो भी कपड़े बेचता था, फिर कैसे तो इसका लक निकल गया, फिर ये अमीर हो गया." नहीं, वो अमीर है, अभी अमीर है, बस कैसे बैकग्राउंड था, दैट डजंट मैटर. Similarly, after going to Golok Vrindavan, whether somebody was always in Golok Vrindavan, never rebelled against Lord and never went to the material world, or somebody had been there but purified his existence, came back and now he is eternal associate of the Lord. It doesn't matter. You understand? So we have pure devotees who are from sadhaka's background, so it doesn't matter. ईश्वरेर अवतार ये तीन प्रकार, अंश अवतार आर गुण अवतार, शक्तावेश अवतार तृतीय एमत, अंश अवतार पुरुष मत्स्यादिकयत. There are three categories of incarnations of Godhead. Partial incarnations, that is Amsha avatar, or a Guna avatar. Qualitative incarnations, which are the Guna avatars? So taking care of three qualities of material nature, Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamagun. So accordingly Vishnu, Brahma and Shiva, they are Guna avatars. And empowered incarnation, Shaktavesh avatar. The Purushas and Matsya are examples of partial incarnations. The Purusha avatars. Who are Purusha avatars? So they are Purusha, three Purushas. So they and Matsya avatar are examples of partial incarnation. Here it is put in this three way, but there are six categories also, like Yuga avatar, Lila avatar, and Manvantara avatar. Apart from these three, which are they? Guna avatar, Shaktavesh avatar, and Purusha avatar. Yes. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Tina, Gunavatare Gani. शक्तावेश सनकादि पृथुव्यास मुनि. He is giving examples. For Guna avatar, we already saw Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, and Shaktavesh avatar, the four Kumaras, Sanak, Sanatan, Sanandan, Sanat Kumar, Prithu Maharaj, Vyas Muni. Now 68 to 78 he explains Prakash and Vilas Vigrahas. दुई रूपे हय भगवानेर प्रकाश, एकेत प्रकाश हय आरेते विलास. The personality of Godhead exhibits himself in two kinds of forms, Prakash and Vilas. So earlier Prakash, first line, Dui Rupe Hoy Bhagwan Prakash. Prakash means manifestation. But second line Prakash is the type. Two types are there. One is Prakash and other is Vilas. You understand? In Sanskrit, same word may have several meanings. Purport. The Supreme Lord expands his personal forms in two primary categories. The Prakash forms are manifested by Lord Krishna for his pastimes, and their features are exactly like his. For example, 16,108 forms. So they are all Prakash forms. All same Krishna. Absolutely no difference. So that example is given in that. Similarly, during the Ras dance, he expanded himself in identical Prakash forms to dance beside each and every gopi simultaneously. There are crores and crores of gopis. So Krishna manifested in so many forms. All Krishna's same. When the Lord manifests his Vilas expansions, however, they are all somewhat different in their bodily features. Lord Balram is the first Vilas expansion of Lord Krishna, and 400 Narayan forms in Vaikuntha expand from Balram. There is no difference between the bodily forms of Sri Krishna and Balram except that their bodily colors are different. Similarly, Sri Narayan in Vaikuntha has four hands, whereas Krishna has only two. The expansions of the Lord who manifest such bodily differences are known as Vilas Vigrahas. So you understand the difference. The 16,108 Krishnas in his what do you call palace, or in Dwarka, or Krishna in Ras-lila, they are Prakash. It's exactly same. No gopi will have any problem uh, thinking that Krishna is not with me. They are all Krishna. Whereas Vilas expansions are different, like Balram and others. Hmm. They are Krishnas only, but they manifested not as Krishnas. They manifested as Gopas, Valbal, cowherd friends, and cowherd boys of the Lord, and cowherd means calves. They are, you can say, Prakash only, but they did not manifest as Krishna. No? They manifested as cowherd boys. Only to Brahma at the end of the year, when he was confused and he came to his senses, then Lord revealed. That too, he revealed four-handed Narayan forms only. He did not reveal as Krishna. So we cannot exactly put them in Prakash or Vilas category in one sense. That is for Leela's sake. Krishna can do anything. But in general, these are the two types, two manifestations of the Lord. Okay, one more and we'll end. As such, we have started this. Ekai vigraha yadi haya bahuro आकारे भेद नाही एकही स्वरूप महिषी विवाह ऐचे ऐचे कैले कैलरास यहाँ के कहिए कृष्णेर मुख्य प्रकाश. What was going to come, Prabhupada already gave in the purport, I think. Earlier purport. When the personality of Godhead expands himself in many forms, all non-different in their features, as Lord Krishna did when he married 16,000 queens and when he performed his Rasa dance, such forms of the Lord are called manifested forms, Prakash Vigrahas. So you can say how what was going to come in next translation. Prabhupada has given it as purport to previous one. This he learned from his guru Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He also sometimes, not all the time, sometimes he also, recently we were reading Bhaktivinoda Thakur's commentary on Chaitanya Bhagavat. So what he had written in the purport, that was the next translation of the next sloka. So that time we discussed how Prabhupada followed in the footsteps of his guru by following the similar pattern sometimes, not all the time. All the time Prabhupada doesn't write like that, but sometimes he writes. What is going to come, he writes. Because what happens, what if somebody doesn't read the next translation? So here only purport should clarify him, what is this Prakash and Vilas? So he gets it through purport itself. Okay, remaining part we'll see later. What is, any question? They are not Purusha avatars. These three. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Karanodakshaya Vishnu and Shirodakshaya Vishnu. They come in Leela category, Leela avatar category. Varaha, Nrsimha, Matsya. But what he is telling here, these Purusha avatars and Matsya avatar, they are in the Amsha avatar category. Which category you put them? Yeah, Amsha avatar. Amsha avatar, Purusha Matsyadika Yata. Purusha avatar, Matsya avatar, Adika. Some others also, he has not given example. Then in that, not necessarily Varaha Dev and others will come. Matsya avatar will come. Though Ram, Nrsimha, Varaha, Vaman, Kurma, Matsya, they come in Lila avatar category, but they also, like Matsya avatar also comes in Amsha avatar category. So that is also there. That is like here also example of Narayan is given, but the current Narayani, and sorry, not Narayan, Vyas Muni, that is example of Shaktavesh avatar. So Vyasdev is generally Shaktavesh avatar, but current Vyasdev is Lord Narayan himself, not Krishna, Lord Narayan himself. So, so you cannot exactly say he is Shaktavesh avatar. He, that Shakti Avesh is there in general in Vyasdev, but current Vyasdev is Bhagavan Lord Narayan himself. So Lord Narayan is not Shaktavesh avatar. Lord Narayan is Lord. Manvantara avatars. In each Manu's period, 14 Manus come in one day of Brahma. There is one avatar. So they are called as Manvantara avatar. The Manu is not the avatar. During Manu's period of 71 Chaturyugas, Satyayug, Tretayug, Dwapar, Kalyug, all four together is called one Chaturyug. Multiplied by 71, that much one Manu lives. Yagya, Mhm. Yagya, I'm not sure whether Yagya falls in the category of Manvantar avatar because he came in Treta Yuga na, and showed Yagya or not? No? Hmm. Acha, because proper Manu was not there. So maybe Yagya is one. We'll have to find out. This is there, I think, in Sanatan Shiksha. Ninth canto it is there. But otherwise, in Chaitanya Charitamrita examples, the Mahaprabhu is telling about all six types of incarnations to Sanatana Goswami. So those 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th chapters. So there you will mostly get some examples at least for each one of the categories, six categories of incarnations. That's why we should read scriptures. Otherwise, we tend to forget. We only forget how to send WhatsApp. We don't only remember how to send WhatsApp and how to attach a file. So these things will become expert, and scriptures we may not become expert. So that's why we have to read scriptures more and let's with WhatsApp and Facebook. Yes or no? Okay. So we'll end here. शिल प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय, श्री कृष्ण कविराज गोस्वामी की जय, समवेत गौर भक्तवृंद की जय, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदी. So I had got this Janmashtami Prasad, so I brought for you. You are the donors. This was for those who give donation. Some of you also might have got, no? Got you? Maybe